it's starting to come out. Starting to come out. I've been holding it in for too long. Yeah, it's starting to come out. Starting to come out. And I can't pretend anymore. Oh, I'm yours. Never thought I'd even try. After just one day, it's special, yeah. like to do, but you just keep on talking. I see your dog needs walking. Your folk drive you insane. I know, yeah, that's true. Of course, you ain't the one to blame. Keep on talking to me. You keep on telling me your dreams. You keep on talking to me. But I just wanna see you move. Yeah, I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. Yeah, I just wanna see you move. Sure, I like to listen. It's not like I don't wanna know. It's just that you've been talking to me 3 nights in a row. I think it's time to let go. Forget the past, just lose control. Cause life's too short for yapping. Come on and dance, come give me soul. You keep on talking to me. You keep on talking to me. You keep on talking. You keep on talking to me. You keep on telling me your dreams. Talking to me. You keep on talking, but I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move.
De poesías, de cuentos, mi amor, yeah. El amor es tan corto, olvidarte, no, yeah. Los dos amamos de más, enamorado de tu mirar y tú de otra. Porque eres así, ya sé, bebé, no sientes lo mismo. Lo que yo sentí para ti, yo fui solo una noche más, no más, yeah. Lo que es, para ti fue una aventura y yo, bebé, quería ser tu Romeo la última vez. Te juro que la última vez, ser doble cara está de moda. El egoísmo a ti te ahoga y tus mentiras. No dejo que eso música. Prefiero un te odio más un te quiero que no sea de verdad. Estoy bien, eso es lo que digo, pero me duele si respiro. El problema no es que ya no haya nada, sino la verdad que nunca pudiste decirme. Yeah, yeah. Porque eres así, ya sé, bebé. No sientes lo mismo, lo que yo sentí. Para ti yo fui solo una noche más. Nada más, nada más. No sé ni por qué me duele. Se supone que estaba acostumbrado a tus traiciones, que nadie es como ella. Eso impone. La idea no es encontrar a alguien con tus mismas intenciones. Sé que la emoción que ha destrozado mi corazón lo irá a sanar. Solo hay que esperar. Prefiero un te odio más un te quiero que no sea de verdad. Estoy bien, eso es lo que digo, pero me duele si respiro. El problema no es que ya no haya nada, sino la verdad que nunca pudiste decirme. Yeah, yeah. Porque eres así, ya sé, bebé. No sientes lo mismo, lo que yo sentí. Para ti yo fui solo una noche más. Nada más, yeah.
What's going on? What's going on? We're back.
Yes. I cannot say what's wrong or right.
Shout out to the C. All
It's
right.
not hard
Hey.
to fool me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yes. Yeah. Lead the way. I follow. No need to say. Where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. To the edge of it all.
Big Shirley, come
So
home
tell me
early.
good night. 'Cause I'll buy no matter what. Yeah. Susceptible
Did I
now.
bring my phone?
Before the moment
Oh,
flies.
that's over there.
Ooh, so tell you good night. 'Cause I'll buy no matter what. Ooh, susceptible now. Before the moment flies. It's not a problem. No. 'Cause I know what I'm getting into. Yes. Yeah. And nothing can stop me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way. I follow. No need to say. Where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge.
Big Shirley. Age, city, gender, in the chat.
'Cause I'll buy no matter what. Yeah. Susceptible now. Before the moment flies. Before it flies. So
Come on.
good night. 'Cause I'll buy no matter what.
Bobbity, bobbity, bop. We are back. We are back. We are back. Shout out to the CIA, the confident, intelligent, and assertive men out there. One love to the FBI, the feminine, the beautiful, inspirational ladies in the house. And the house is packed. Your Godfather's back. Welcome to 1,000,000. Thank you, guys. First of all, before we get ahead of ourselves, for those of you who don't know, my name is Kevin Samuels. I'm a professional image consultant, and my job is to make sure that you look good, smell great, and are the best version of yourself each and every day. So, candle of the evening from Diptyque Bay, Berries and Roses. Drinking my water since everyone keeps asking me, drink more water. But during the program, we got to keep the Red Bull flowing. Drink of champions, baby. And slowly we're getting off that one. Fragrance of the day. Oh, yeah. From Bodicea the Victorious, because we are victorious, my friends. Valiant. Valiant. Probably one of the best summer sweet, sophisticated, sexy fragrances ever made. So, do me a favor, keep the likes, the engagement up over 50%. If I look down and the engagements are too low, you'll hear crap like this. We don't want to hear crap like this, so keep the engagement up. Hold on just a second. Oh, my. So we're doing well. We are doing well. All right. Yes, we made it. We did it. We made an accomplishment. And what accomplishment was that? What accomplishment was that? Glad you asked. Let's see if we can get the accomplishment up on the screen. Will it play? Choose file. Let's see if it'll allow me put it up. It won't let me put that up. So as a it won't allow me to put it up that way. Okay, well maybe we can put it up this way. Crap on a cracker. Boom, boom, boom. A milli. That's yay. That's right. You got your Godfather to a milli. That is all you guys, not me. That is you. Thank you so much. What an incredible achievement. What an incredible milestone to reach. When I posted it on my channel, I just put dots by it because there are no words to describe how big this is. And we are going to celebrate it in royal fashion. Not today, but sometime this week. We're going to have a special show because what got me here is work. And the work must go on. We keep it moving, we keep it pushing, we keep it working over here, baby Bubba. Your Godfather believes in getting that work done. So thank you to everybody who made that happen. And when we do the celebration, it's going to be a hell of a thing. Yes. All right, do me a favor, keep the engagement up over 50%. That's likes, dislikes, all that good stuff. Because we got to make sure that works. I've celebrated in my own way, but can't wait. So, yeah, a little behind. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, shall we? You guys see you see the title of the broadcast. Are modern women really happy? Are modern women really happy? And what made me want to talk about this is I have, on any given day, I consult with I average about 3 consults a day on the low end. 2 to 4 o'clock is usually boom, 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 back to back. But it's not uncommon to go from 2 to 7. And I talk to people around the world. When I work with somebody that's covered under a strict non-disclosure agreement, I will tell you that I have clients that range from everyday people to students to Fortune 50 C-suite employees. Yes, people with several M's in their accounts are my clients, and they all get the same level of service. And many people come in for either personal or professional advice or an image consult. And one of the things that I've noticed is that there is a happiness gap, as it were, between men and women today. And we don't talk about it much, but it is beginning to show its head. Let me go ahead and discuss this, folks, because the world would have women believe that going to college,
I'm a PhD.
going to college, getting your PhD and all this other kind of stuff is going to make you happy. But what ends up happening, you end up buying a dog and dying alone. That's what ends up happening to most women. And they have been, and we can go back as far as 2007 when this thing came up. Why we aren't our happiest in our late 40s. You can just search online and find a plethora of information regarding male, female happiness, lack of happiness, and you might be surprised at simply how many women today are just massively unhappy. The question is this: who's happiest today, especially at a certain age? And here's the thing. Who's happier, men or women? And I'm going to start it this way. Oh, there's too many pop-ups on this thing. Hold on. A study analyzed 47,000 people and considered happiness levels of men and women. And it found that in their 20s, women are happier than men. Researchers blame that on men's lackluster love lives and low-paying first jobs. I mean, let's be honest. Blake, Lee, Ahmed, Keith, and Enrique, the guys who want to be the Henry squad, they are starting out right out of college, right out of high school, right out of college. They're at the bottom. They got to fight their way up. And women, conversely, right out of college are at almost the peak of their sexual marketplace value. I would say hotness. But the gap closes with age. And it goes like this. Women in their 20s or women from 18 to 25 are going up, and men are going down as far as happiness, kind of flatlining. Then women progressively get to after 25 and they hit the danger zone, 27 to 35.
Danger zone!
And this is where the graph starts to match. Between 27 and 35, men start to catch up with women in their 20s. But at around age 36 to 60, what I call no man's land, the game changes. Around 40 years old, the whole thing inverts, and men are happier in their 40s on forward and for the rest of their life. Okay, let's look at it this way. All right. Get my likes up. We're 1,000 behind. I will shut this thing down and walk off and let this music play. We should have 1,500. Get them up. Because this is important. Because so many women have been lied to. Women have been told, you're strong, independent, don't need no man, get out, living your best summer, hot girl summer, da-da-da-da-da. Shout out to the woman I had on my channel the other day. I said, life is going to catch up. And the reality is this. The reality is very much the same that ladies, after age 30, the gap starts to narrow, but women don't really pay attention to that because they're still living their quote unquote best lives. They got a ton of men in their phones. Women will have men in their phone under coffee, dinner, rent, phone, shoes, massage. I've seen it. Women who are 8s, 9s, and 10s. Life is lovely for women like that in major metropolitan areas. Adjustable 6s and better, even 6s are loving life. But what happens is the brain, let's talk a little evolutionary biology. The brain is a social organ. It's a social organ, and the brain prioritizes primary relationships more than anything else. This is why it's kind of hard to get over people because we don't like having, the brain will fight you to get over a primary relationship because the brain wants to simplify stuff. And there's consistency, there's safety, there's predictability, even in functioning relationships. This is why you see so many women dealing with men for about 2 years to 4 years that they shouldn't have been with longer than 6 months because they've made a primary relationship with this guy. And then when it goes nowhere, you're in your mid 30s, let's say 35, 40 years old, it starts to completely tip over. Why? Because ladies, just like men, 80+% of people don't have careers. They have jobs. And see, far too many women with careers who are on social media, on news, on radio, telling you, ladies, go live your best life because they have great jobs. They have jobs of influence, power, to where their scenery changes, things change. So it's not uncommon to see women like on daytime TV tell you to do this, do that, because they come to work and someone does their hair and someone does their makeup. They have a producer, a cameraman in front. It's always changing. It's exciting, but you aren't. The largest employer of black women are the federal government and retail. You go to work and do the same job every day, day in and day out. And the reality is so many women, even if they go into corporate America, they're not going out to compete and do 60, 70, 80, 100 hours a week to compete for the premium jobs. You're out there fighting men, and men aren't giving up. So what happens? Most people, men and women in this regard, have middling jobs or careers. So the very thing you were told that was going to make you happy, you can't really stand doing, but now you're stuck because it's all you got. It's your primary relationship. And the problem is, if you're a woman and your life expectancy is 85 years old, 80 to 90 years old, and you're 40 years old, and think about it, you're 40 years old, you went to college, you went to an HBCU or a PWI, you came out at 21 to 23 years old. You enjoyed your early 20s with your girls, enjoying and partying this and that and kicking your feet up and blah, blah, blah. Get them up. Come on. Didn't have to keep asking for this, folks.
I told you, what did I tell you? Didn't I tell you? 'Cause I told you. And when did I tell you? A long time ago. And what did I say would happen when I told you? Exactly what just happened.
Guys, I shouldn't have to keep doing that. I hate it. It breaks the flow. It breaks the flow. So, you're a woman and you're doing exactly what you were told was supposed to make you happy. You're out here.
You know what? I am a strong, independent woman.
You doing your thing.
Hear my womanly roar.
Then some guy comes along in your senior year of college or early in your 20s and he's trying to settle you down and want to marry you and start having family. And you like,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
because you're thinking, I can always wait. I can wait till after 30. Men are an inexhaustible supply. You never think you're going to run out of men until you reach your 30s and you start to realize that it's just dating the same things over and over again. And by the time you get 40, you look and it's like, well, I'm at the peak of my career right now. Wherever you're at by 40 is about what you're going to get to. If you are in management, that's it. You're not going to reach executive management. You're not going to be running anything. If you haven't reached management, chances are very low that you'll get promoted to management. You are where you are. There is an age cap. There is an age cap for so many people. So most women have a job making $50,000 a year. A middling job making $50,000 a year. Maybe you have a house, maybe you don't. You have a mid-sized car. And the thing is, you look around, and it starts to happen with women around 30. They start saying, now I'm ready to get married, become a wife. But the problem is you haven't prioritized relationships. You don't have the wife skills. So you ask questions, where are all these men who are husbands? Where do I go to find men who are husbands? They're in the same place, but they don't see you because they don't recognize wife. They recognize fun. So you spend the next 5 years from 30 to 35 really trying to focus on trying to become a wife to men who are not seeing you as wife. Then at 35, the alarm bells start to go off. This is when you start to see women who are doing this. Freezing their eggs and carrying on because I'm going to tell you right now, women who freeze their eggs are preparing to become single mothers. Like it or not, women who are freezing their eggs are preparing to become single mothers because the chances of them actually being found and becoming a wife is next to nothing. They're preparing to become single mothers and they're going to end up going to get, and most of them are going to get somebody who they know to be a sperm donor. Some will go to the fertility clinic. Some will go to get some of their friends or somebody to become a donor. Oh, I got stories for you. Yeah. Why do you guys think we women have so many gay friends? They become perfect sperm donors. Oh, I didn't say that out loud, did I? Well, I've known that for a long time. This has been known that women who freeze their eggs tend to be planning to become single mothers. Why? Because they don't have the relationship skills. And why is it? And this is the women with means. The women who have the means to do IVF, to do the fertility treatments. What about the average woman? The average woman was told to go do these things, and she did not spend her primary years prioritizing relationships. So she gets to age 40 at midlife, and there's a crisis because the rest of her life, she does not have what everybody else has. She does not have a primary relationship with the man, and she doesn't have children. That is terrifying for women. Men, on the other hand, tend to feel a hell of a lot better because they tend to be outside of debt. They're at the age of getting stuff done. They're at the age where they can date women in their 20s, 30s, anything they want. Men are much happier because men become better with age. Women, your options limit. And sorry, ladies, you were lied to. And you don't want to become an old woman with no relationships. Like it or not, you don't want to be this. that's what your fertility looks like, your dating calendar looks like, holidays look like, you become that aunt that everyone prioritizes. Yeah, Aunt so-and-so is going to get gifts. Why not? She got no kids. Aunt so-and-so comes around. You become the babysitter for everybody, and you got to start trying to cobble together a life from other people who have men and children. And the reality is it's not going to get better, because in your 20s, when you should have been prioritized, when you should have been becoming a wife, you're worried about selfishness, trying to think, well, I like the guy I'm dating right now, but you know what? The next guy he may be a little bit taller. I wish he was a little bit taller. I wish he was a baller. Everybody's not quite good enough because you always think you're better than you are. You're average at best. You got women who are average relationship skills, looking for men who are above average. So they're always overlooking men who are suitable, who will be a good fit for them, because you're looking down on the very men you should be grateful to even be in your presence. You get to around 30 and it starts to even up. At 40, it goes the opposite way. So then you turn around and go, hey, big head, in the 40s. And they're like, I ain't got time for that. You'd say, hey, big head, and men are like,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
oh, yeah, hey, big head, they come through. Yeah, I'll let you see the big head. Let you see the little big head. Shout out to little big Nate. Enough waffling. Here, woof, woof. Yes. Shout out to Replicant. Look, a lot of you ladies are confused when you start going back to your Facebook or your yearbook. Start trying to holler at dudes that you used to know, and you're like, "Hey, big head, how you doing?" And like, now what? You want to try to get me some used?
Vaginas are great.
You want to give me some used that? No, thank you. What? Yes, no. You want to give him some used, but no. So now you're upset that you can't give it away. Now you're upset that men are saying, no, ma'am, I like you. I liked you better when we were young. But you know what? I don't want to try to wipe you now because I can't get any kids out of this deal. You've got all these you got all these city miles on you. No, thank you. No, thank you. And then you start getting upset. Because then you start wondering, where's all the good men at? Where are all the good men at? What happened to the men? Where are all the good men? That's not a man's fault. It's not a man's fault that you ladies can't find men. Right? I told him I'm going to steal some of his stuff. So, you ladies are mad because men aren't stupid. Men aren't stupid, and men are just buying what you're selling. And you're upset. And I'm sorry you're upset, but...
Just like a woman.
Yeah, just like a woman. You're upset. You're upset that you can't have everything the way you thought it was going to be when you thought it was going to be that. And then you come over here and you hear men talking about modern women this and high value that, and dating younger women, or age gap dating, or traveling, or this and that. And then all of a sudden men are supposed to be bad. Men are cruel. And then you go to the very men that you never had time for, and these guys are like,
What?
yeah, they're like, what? What? Who? What? Huh? Let's do that one again. They're like,
What?
they're like, what? What? No.
What?
Men are like, no. What? No. You want me? And then even worse, you bring somebody's kids into this. You bring somebody's kids into it, and guys are like,
Just like a woman.
just like a woman, to think I should take you older with miles on you with somebody else's kids in tow, and I'm supposed to pay premium prices for that? I'm supposed to pay premium prices for that?
What?
Huh? No, I'm not paying premium prices. What gains value with age and use? You ask a woman that, and she'll say, who? She'll say what? Ask a woman what gains value with age and use, and she'll say, me.
Just like a woman.
Yeah, sorry, Ma, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. That is bullshit. Oh, I am in the zone because I'm sorry, ladies. You come over here and you listen to somebody like myself talk, and they tell you I'm toxic, I'm misogynist, I hate women. And I'm the first person that's telling you the truth. that you need to ask yourself a question. If the women in your past, your grandmother, your great grandmother, the women who had 30, 40, 50-year relationships, if their relationships had a GPA, a grade point average, and women who had 30, 40, and 50-year relationships had a 3.5 GPA out of 4, what would be your relationship GPA? What would be your ability? And most women give themselves a 3.0. That's above average, a B, when they have had no relationships that they have not walked out on themselves. They have no relationships that have lasted any length of time. When most women are making a D. If your relationship skills were a GPA, many modern women would have to rely on social promotion. That's right, social promotion. We just have to move your French toast ass on through just to get you out of the system. Just like The Wire, social promotion, get you up in and out of here, in and out of here. Then you're out in the market. And then you sit around someplace and you're out with your friends, you and Big Shirley. And you sitting at the bar and you upset because brother come in, with a white shirt on and a nice plaid tie and a gray suit and smelling good, looking good. And he's seeing his homies over there. Hey, how you doing? Hey, ladies, how you doing? And brother's sitting there and you're like, oh, what y'all doing? What you look? You don't even know how to engage a man in a friendly way. What you dressed up for? What you looking all good for? Who he think he is? Instead of saying, damn, that's a good looking man. Oh my God. Instead of giving a man a nice compliment, you ready to throw an insult. Because that's how you learn how to get along. Because most of your relationship skills are just like a man. You've learned how to you interact in the world like a man, but you've lived your life like a man. Prioritize provision, a job, and being independent. Well, that's what you got. So that is why so many women over age 40 are angry, upset, mad, when men are happy. Men are happy. What are men happy about? Because many of them, 51% are single and childless, 64% in the middle class, are happy that they didn't have a child out of wedlock with a woman, so they're not paying any child support. They're happy that they have options in their 40s, especially the childless men have all the options in the world. And the majority of these men are in good shape, better shape than you. They are better at it. And see, the problem is women over 40 who fall into this category, instead of taking a unflinching inventory, a real gut check of what's going on, they walk into the marketplace still feeling entitled. What do you bring to the table? And they start telling you about their job, their money, their degree, their house, their car, everything else. And those are the things that men don't care about. Men don't care about those things, but that's what you bring to the marketplace. What? That's what you bring to the marketplace. And that's what you got to sell. That's what you got to sell. You don't see Nathan's Hot Dogs trying to sell pizza. All they got is hot dogs. All you got to sell is what you got to sell. The problem is the men that you want ain't buying that. If you got pork chops to sell and the men you're looking for are wanting to buy sushi, you can't make them, shame them out. A real man eats pork. A real man eats pork. A real man eats pork. A real man, if you was a real man, you'd eat this pork up. Huh? No. Oh man, you don't want pork? Your mama ate pork.
What?
Yeah. Insult. Oh man, you can't handle this pork. You can't handle this pork. Yeah, see, you too lame to handle this pork. Man, pork is the best thing on the market. Then you start with the shame language. Sign language, shame, insults, guilt, and need to be right. And guys are just sitting there like,
Just like a woman.
just upset, like, damn. And 40 years old, you ain't learned nothing that ain't no different than a high school woman. You sitting over there, shame, insults, guilt, and need to be right, sassy ass attitude, upset. Nope.
I told you. What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you?
No wisdom that should come with age, no sophistication, no maturity, because so many women today stop maturing at the time. So many women stop maturing at the time she developed curves. Arrested development. When you start getting real attention from men, that is where most women stop developing. And unfortunately, on the dating market today, the dating market is far more complex than it was 80 years ago, where a man just needed to provide and a woman just needed to have home skills. Today's people are complex. You need to be complex. And the thing is, ladies, I'm going to tell you this importantly. You have spent 4 years in undergrad. Some of you 2 years of getting a master's, 2 years getting your PhD. 2 years getting your PhD, and you have spent no time. No time. If you need to ask yourself a question, the most important job you could ever have is a wife, because that's the next 40 years of your life. At 40 years old, the next 40 years should be spent with a man, your children, and your grandchildren. Well, what kind of investment have you put into finding a husband? What kind of study have you put into? And that's the reality. When you think about the biggest part of your life, you've gone to college, spent tens of thousands of dollars, gone into debt to get an average job, to be married to a company who, when they're done with you, they're done with you. When they're done, you're gone. When you're done, they're going to kick you all out and bring a new model in. They'll be like,
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
when you're done with you, they get you that little box, and there's nothing sadder than seeing a person who really thought that company loved them be fired and walked out of the building. Now you're 45. You're unemployed. You've been with the same company for 10 years. That company overpaid you. You ask what your skills are worth on an open marketplace, and the reality hits, and now you're here. What are you going to do about it? The question is, what are you going to do about it? Because you cannot be mad that men are happier later in life, because men had to eat shit at the beginning of life, so we deserve to be happier. Ladies, like it or not, it's your turn to eat crap. Men had to eat crap in their 20s because of their low income, their low skills, being low on the totem pole. Guess what? It's your turn. It's your turn to drop down and get humble. Get realistic about what you really bring to the table.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, chicken, turkeys, rabbits, you name it!
What do you bring to the table, ladies? Other than a bunch of expectations and attitude. Because the ones of you who can actually get from one side to the other will do like many women and get real, self-aware, grateful, humble, and empathetic. They'll start looking for men's spaces. Ladies, are you prepared to spend tens of thousands of dollars to invest in becoming a better you? Oh, did you even pass the basic SMV test? Fitness. So many of the women who are the most degreed, most educated, most jobbed, whatever, you're the least physically attractive. When that is what men purchase. That's what men buy. So ladies, if you're in your teens, 20s, don't become this. Don't prioritize, unless you plan on becoming a doctor, an attorney, a straight up profession. Shout out to Jen London Esquire. You know, she knows who she is. Unless you plan on becoming a bona fide.
I'm a PhD.
A bona fide doctor of some sort, bona fide esquire. You're going to school for communications, psychology, marketing. You're going to become a middle income player. An average woman earning average money. And let's be real, you're not an 8, 9, or 10. If you are, these issues aren't yours. If you're a 4, 5, or 6, you're average at best at 40 years old. Because if you're a 5 or a 6 at 20, guess what? At 40, your value is dropped. Oh, you trying to tear women down and make women feel bad. Da, 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 da. I challenge any of my critics or detractors to sit in front of me and let's compare notes. I will show you the dozens, hundreds of women I have worked with, consulted with, who come in the door believing their value is up here and not having the outcomes to show it, and who will openly admit to you that thank you for helping me level set my idea of what's going on, and then seeing them have a better outcome. It's not about tearing anybody down. It's about helping women who've overvalued themselves put the right price on themselves. It's time to put your ass on sale. That's right, on sale. If you see, there's some brands that never go on sale. Bentley never goes on sale. Oh no, Cartier never goes on sale. Hermes never goes on sale. But you can find some brands that go on sale. Tom Ford will have a sale. Yes, they will move because they're trying to get rid of that year's stock to make room for the new stuff. But a Tom Ford customer is a Tom Ford customer. What's your customer, lady? What kind of men buy you? Well, if you're in the store of you, the Neiman Marcus of you, the Saks Fifth Avenue of you, men are coming through to buy. You came out in whatever year. You were that season's new hotness. You sat on the rack, full retail. People went right around about, didn't buy you. So then they had to put you on the 20% off sale. People still didn't buy you. So then Saks had to take you to Saks off Fifth. Nordstrom had to take you to Nordstrom Rack. Neiman Marcus had to take you to Last Call. Then you still didn't sell. Then they had to take that and take it to a clearance house and end up putting it in something like TJ Maxx, well, not even TJ Maxx or Ross. Maybe someplace like a Dillard's Clearance Center. Bottom line, ladies, you don't get premium prices for something at Ross or TJ Maxx. What store would you be in today if you were a product? Would you be at Neiman Marcus? Would you be on the mannequin?
I'll make you famous.
Would you be on the mannequin when they walk through? No. Because the women who are on the mannequins got men of value in their lives, families, things around them. Where would you be? On the rack. Why is this going on right top of mind right now? Because everything's on sale right now. Everything from spring is going on sale. Spring and summer stuff is going on sale because they're trying to get ready for the fall stuff. It's always ahead of season. So you can learn something from the retail places you work. Why are they putting stuff on spring and summer on sale now? It's hot outside because they got to get ready for the next round of customers. You always bring in another thing. And the fact of the matter is, that's what people who are trying to make sales do. You haven't had to sell you. You've just thought you were good enough as is. As a matter of fact, the very women I'm talking about will go into the marketplace, go into the restaurant, the local bar, the local lounge, or the local Whole Foods Central Market, and you will go in there with attitude looking to see what men meet up to your level. And when somebody steps to you and introduces themselves trying to have a conversation, you're evaluating him like, who are you? Looking at him all and not realizing that you are looking at your salvation. But the price is, you're looking at yourself and like, I'm worth more than you. Really? Let's get to it. How much are you really worth? What rack would you be on? What rack would you be on? Would you be on the sales rack? Would you be on the clearance? Because women who ain't sold nothing, you cannot be on full price. If it's been season after season, then ain't nobody bought you. But you know what? I may not know what I'm talking about. I may not know anything. You may be just fine. Matter of fact, you probably know you and lots of other women who are happier than ever after 40, single and no kids. And they're just like, I got my eggs frozen. I got my eggs frozen. I got my eggs frozen. Hot girl summer, everything else. And maybe that's you. Maybe that's you. Or maybe, just maybe, you've been lied to and told to get out here, work, produce, get a job, be a consumer. And then when life is done with you, when the system is done with you, when you've spent enough money, what about the rest of your life? After midlife, after 40, what's life gonna look like for you? Because if you cannot get along with a man, what is it gonna look like for you? What's it gonna look like for you? Buy a dog or a cat and die alone. Now, who put you here?
Circus, Afro circus, Afro circus, Afro polka dot, Afro.
Who put him there, folks? Who put him there? Ladies, you want to know who put you there? That's who put you there. The Panda Bears. You're a queen. You're the most lit. Women over 40 are the most lit on the dating scene. Single mothers are for real men only. Think like a man. Think like a woman. Or think like a man. Act like a lady. Yeah.
Circus, afro, polka dot afro.
Yeah, you a queen, you a diva, you a boss chick, you the baddest chick out. Yeah, don't worry about them mean old toxic misogynist guys over there who hate their mama, who was all secretly gay and such and so forth. Yeah, buy my hat, buy my course, buy my this, buy my bonnet of salvation. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh enough waffling. Uh yeah. That Replicant has some good. He has some good one-liners. I'm gonna give him. Replicant has some good one-liners like that. Here, woof woof. Yeah, they became millionaires, telling you who are average looking, below average fitness, that you deserve a king. And he would be happy to get you and put barbecue sauce on your ankles and take care of your kids. And if he ain't, he's a coward and don't care about the black community. That's what they tell you.
Circus, afro, circus, afro, polka dot afro.
Yeah, if he don't want to take care of your kids, he don't care about the black community, because single mothers is for real G's. So go on out there and have babies. 1, 2, 3 of them, don't matter. Matter of fact, I had a fourth one in the ass. Why ain't you married? Because I'm used to being a single mother. Because the people who keep pandering to you make a lot of money off of it. They got stuff to sell. They got books, courses, all kind of crap to sell. But they got no solution. And they damn sure don't have no single men over there who was co-signing with this stuff. There you go. Get them, panders. Pander bear, pander bear, pander bear. Oh, I love my pander bears. I love the other one. Don't look over there. Don't pay attention. Don't pay attention to your dwindling marriage opportunities, and don't pay attention to the eggs who are disappearing. Don't pay attention. Don't pay attention. They mama black. His mama didn't treat him right. He didn't know no better. That's right. I get it. I know. Ladies, it's time for you to show your worth. Let me go ahead and move this over here. Show your worth. Hashtag show your worth. What are you worth? If you were a product on the market, what are you worth? What is your relationship GPA? What rack would you be on? Whatever it is, it comes down to, are you accurate or good in estimating what you should be asking for on the open market? Products that are appropriately priced sell. Products that are not appropriately priced don't sell. You haven't sold because your price is too high for what you are truly worth on the marketplace. I know I'm not supposed to say that, but that's the truth. That's not the truth. That's the truth. Chanel rack. Chanel rack. So, I mean, think about it. All right. So, million subscribers. I was trying to treat myself to something. Whatever your style is, whatever your standard is, you don't find authentic good stuff that tend to be put in the dollar store. But let's just say, for sake of argument, let's say you actually saw a real bona fide, legitimate, Chanel bag. A Chanel bag or a Prada bag or something. But a Chanel bag. Even let's see, even better, a Kelly or a Birkin, which are expensive and hard to get. Just because you have the money doesn't mean you can get one. But let's say you went to Hermes to pick up a bottle of perfume, $80 in your budget. Okay. And you actually saw a Birkin or a Kelly bag and it was there. And they said, this bag is selling for $100. You would look at the sales rep like they're crazy. And it's certificate of authenticity. It's from Hermes. You look at the bottle of perfume that you were going to buy, you would take $20 more and buy that bag. Why? Because it will be an incredibly insane deal. And that is what happens when women who are truly wives, women of value, are out here amongst husbands. They get snapped up. Quick, tell them about it, Dennis. Tell them about it, Andre. Tell them every man on the channel who's met their woman in the mix, or anybody who's snap them up. When a man who's in the market for a relationship or a wife finds a wife, we're trying to lock them down. They're trying to lock them down quick. They ain't trying to let them go out. What? Go out on another date with somebody else? Now, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. We good. Come on. Cancel your dates. We good. No. Come on. No. What? No. Like it or not. I mean, and I'm adding comedic effect, but that's how men move. We secure things. So if you are sitting there and your price is $5,000, and you really should have a price of $500 on you, does it mean you're settling for $500 if you actually adjust the price? Because the sticker, you misplaced the decimal. It was supposed to be 500 and you put 5,000. Does it mean you're settling for 500 if you actually put the right price on it? And if people came in and looked at it at 5,000 and said, no way. But if customers came through and actually dated you, vetted you at $500, and were willing to actually buy you at $500, and you actually got made a good deal, the purchaser was happy with the purchase, the seller was happy with what they got. Or would you, as the seller, feel like, I sold myself for too little. I should have kept $5,000 on me? No, you wouldn't. You would say, dang, look at all the sales and all the deals I would have lost out on because I had the wrong price on me. So many of you have the wrong price on you. But let's get to it. Let's hear what you got to say, because, as usual, I don't know what I'm talking about. My mama hurt me, all these other kind of things, whatever shame and language they're trying to figure out this week. But at the end of the day, the older you get, the less likely you're going to end up finding somebody if you don't change your way of looking at things. Let's get it.
Yeah. Luna. Money world. El mundo quiere dinero. Money world. Se arregla con dinero. Money world. Si me quiero educar.
How dare you tell me to lower my price? I'm a diamond. You're a dime male.
Todo money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny,
that's what's wrong with these men. They always trying to tell us to lower our price. These men need to go get some money. I'm worth it. Ladies only.
Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money working. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
Let's get it.
Money work. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money work. Yeah. El mundo quiere dinero. Yeah. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. De corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Ella de corazón, yeah. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Money work,
PhD.
el mundo quiere dinero. Yeah, 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 yeah. Money work, money work, money work, money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work.
All right, so here's how we're going to do this. Here's how we're going to do this. The Zoom call is going to be over here. If you want to be on Zoom, you don't necessarily have to be on YouTube, but you do have to be on camera. Okay? If you want to be on the interview, the Ask Godfather link will put you on the split screen with me. And you have to be seen. Either way, you got to be seen. Because the real question is, even if you think I don't know what I'm talking about, what's the alternative? What are you going to do, ladies? Who's happier later in life and why? The Bonnet Crew last night at BET Awards. Yeah, see, the thing is, that's what happens, man. We're so busy trying to make women, no, you won't start your video later. You either get on video or you can't be on. Start your video now or you won't get on. Yeah, so here's the thing. There's a reason that people want to keep there's a financial reason to keep women, black women in particular, at odds with black men. Because you spend the most money. There's a market reason to keep you spending money. All right. What's that sign? What's the sign in the back of you? What does that say? Yeah, I don't know what that sign says, but yeah, we try not to do any marketing. Appreciate it. But let's go ahead and pop you on. Hello.
Hello, how are you, Kevin?
I am well. What's your first name?
Marie? Laquita
Uh,
Marie, but people mess up Laquita, so Marie.
all right. So, what's the disagreement or the concern?
I just think you're trolling us tonight, Kevin, because for you to for you to say, "Are modern women happy?" I think you know the answer. I think most of us know the answer based off of the statistics, based off of what's been going on. They aren't happy. You said it all. So and then of course, like you said, with the dwindling options, I've been married a long time, and I've had people, to say to me like, "What's going on? How are you liking this? How are you dealing with this?"
Dealing with
And
what? Dealing with what? Being married?
yeah, of course, yeah, because they they want it, but instead of saying, "Hey, how do I get that?" they ask it in a different way. They don't ask,
No, like I said, black women don't know how to give a compliment. They always have to give an insult.
Yeah, I've done
How are you
that.
dealing with having a man to share your life with and not sleep by yourself? Oh, the horror. The,
The absolute horror, yes, yeah. And then, yeah, my husband is blind, so if everybody always thinks I'm supposed to look like I don't know what they think I'm supposed to look like because he can't see. But we were together when he could see. He lost his
uh,
sight, and they still think like, oh, so you keep yourself together for what? Not that I'm like, a
I guess they
10.
didn't
I
see the
know.
movie Ray.
Right, right.
Hold on. I'm gonna
Yeah,
bring some other folks on because you're married. I want to get to some of the single people, but no, I'm not trolling. I'm dead serious. And you got background
yeah.
noise going on. Appreciate it,
I
man.
apologize. Thank
No problem. All right. So, Isis, unmute yourself. Okay, she hung up, trying to unmute herself. Uh, hello, you need to hold your camera steady. Hello.
Hello,
Hi, how old are you?
27.
All right. Why are you so unhappy?
Well, I just feel like I'm alone right now. Like, honestly, I'm one of the people who completely agree with your show. By the way, my name is Tanisha, and I completely agree with your view on a lot of things. I feel like being alone is not something that you want to sign up for. And it is like kind of like a job. You should set yourself up to get the type of person that you want to be. So, like, if you want to be fit and you want a fit man, then you should be fit. If you want a guy with no kids, then you shouldn't have kids.
Hold on, just a second, I want to get to the people who have a question or have a disagreement, but hold on just a second, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Um, guys, I appreciate the ones who agree, but I want to really get to the people who have a disagreement or a question. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Pretty, pretty good. How are you?
You have it playing, you have YouTube playing in the background or on TV or something.
I do.
Yeah, you guys got to turn off YouTube. You got to turn off YouTube or else this won't work because I'll get double sounds. Unmute yourself.
There you go.
All right. So, what's the disagreement?
I think that modern women are actually happy.
Okay.
Um,
How old did you say you were again?
25,
Okay. What state do you live in?
Texas.
Modern women are happy based on what?
At least my friends, like, for the most part, they talk about being happy with their jobs. As far as men go,
Well, let's
that's,
be clear. Your friends are 25 as well.
yeah, like around that age.
Did you watch the entire broadcast?
Nope.
Well, apparently not, because you would have heard me say that women report being happier in their 20s. You need to get off your phone and texting. You need to focus on this.
Oh, I'm not texting.
So good. What I'm saying is just that women report being happier in their 20s than men because
Oh,
men are at the bottom of their earning potential and starting their careers. But it switches at 40.
that makes
So,
sense.
right. So, what are you doing to prepare? So, is your mother married?
No,
Well, how old is she?
she's 48, 49.
How many children? How many siblings do you have?
4. It's 5 of us.
Four what? What'd you say?
It's 5 of us. I have 4 siblings. It's 5 of us in total.
How many fathers?
2.
Okay. How happy is your mother?
I think she's pretty happy. Like, she just got my youngest
Your
sister out the
mother is
house. So
happy? Your mother's happy having 5 kids and no husband.
I think it.
Your mama's happy having 5 kids and no husband at 50 and nobody to share life with. And once y'all are
that's
gone, she has nothing but empty nest.
that's not the optimal situation. I
What
agree
do you
with
mean it's
you.
not the optimal situation? It's 5 children.
I agree. I agree.
Okay, so your mom's not happy.
I can't say that she's not
Do you
happy.
think do you want to be your mama?
Okay, well, that's a better question. No, I would not want to have
Okay, so let's
5
not
kids.
play. That's not okay. So your mama was, if you genetics are strong, your mama had to. You got to kind of favor your mother, and your mother in her 20s made a choice. Why did she? You see where I'm going?
I'm very yeah. I see where you're going. I'm very grateful that she was a good mom to us and all that. So I don't want to. Um,
I want to get to the truth of it, man. Because no disrespect, as good of a mom as she can be, she still was trying to do the job of 2 people, and there was Even if your father was making $15 an hour, that still means there was more resources. We got to stop mythologizing and pedestalizing single mothers as if they didn't do anything wrong because we survived. There were
When you say
things
they
you
didn't do, I'm sorry.
saying that we need to stop mythologizing single mothers as if they didn't do anything wrong just because you survived. Ma'am, a man is worth is a father is more than just a paycheck. It's his influence, his impact. Someone else to be there. Balance. Do you have sisters?
Yeah, 4 or 3 sisters. Sorry, 3
Three of them.
sisters.
Are they your age? Any older or younger?
One older, she's 29, and then I
What's up?
have 2 younger,
How young is the youngest?
22.
So what are their husbands' names?
No husbands.
4 women, no husbands. Raised by a mother with 5 children and no husband. And we want to not make it sound bad because you actually just survived. Iana Van Zant, Shahrazad has often said that black women have said there's a difference between raising a child and maintaining a child. More often than not, single parents maintain children. But were you able to do everything you wanted? Were you able to do the activities and things and go to places and do things as the same way you would have been able to do things if you had 2 parents in the household with 2 incomes?
No, of course not. I
Then
was
we have to stop.
I
Then
had
we have to stop. But we have to stop this then because the way you're talking is, man, for women in my age range, they're happy. All
they are
right.
we're living our best lives, but I do I do get the value that family has 100%. I do agree that optimally you would want 2 parents to raise a child
What do you mean
100%. That is the
optimally?
goal.
What do you mean optimally?
I think that that is what the goal should be, like 100%. Like that's the best situation. That's what I mean. The best situation.
Okay. So, why aren't you or either of your sisters married?
Because God hasn't proposed to us.
Wrong.
Okay.
I mean, technically that's right, but practically, I'm going to say it's wrong, and I'm going to tell you why. Were you raised to be a wife?
I've seen you ask that question before. That's a really good question. Was I raised to be a wife? And what you mean by that is, can you just explain what you mean by that?
Well, before I explain, what did your gut tell you?
No, because I was not raised in a 2 parent household.
Were you raised to value the presence of a man in the house before having children?
No, I mean
Stop
that is
right
something that
there.
she
Stop
told us
right
to
there.
do.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Were you raised to value a man's presence in the house before having children?
Oh no, but yeah, because that wasn't
Right.
a situation.
But there wasn't a situation. It wasn't what she made happen.
Hmm.
So you were not raised. You didn't see it coming up. The
They. Oh,
woman
I
who,
just want to clarify. I'm sorry. I just want to clarify that she was married before she had like 4 of us. Like to my dad, she was married.
what age was she married?
I can't say the exact age, but I know that the
She
divorce
married.
happened
Hold on. She
probably.
married. She married the father of her children.
Mhm.
Who?
My
Which?
my dad,
Okay.
my
She.
older.
She. Okay. I want to be clear. She was married to your father.
Yes,
How many children does she have with your father?
4.
4. Okay. You came in and said, okay, so how long were they married?
Um, want to say like 7, 8 years.
Okay, I asked you, were you raised with your father? Okay, let's back
I
up. Were you
wasn't raised.
raised?
I wish she got. I'm sorry. She got a divorce when I was in kindergarten. So no, I wasn't raised with him in a household.
Are you the oldest?
No, I'm the second oldest.
Were they married before the oldest?
No, the oldest has a different dad.
It's still okay. So different dad with the first child.
Hmm.
She was married to your father, and she had 4 more children with your father, right?
Hmm.
But she was divorced before you were 5 years old.
Basically, like yeah, around that
Still
age.
works. You were not raised to value a man's presence.
Yeah,
Okay, then how would you like to be a wife one day?
sure, yes.
No, I'm not. That's not a mandatory. I'm asking, do you want to be married?
Yeah, I see it in my future.
You want children?
I'm still debating that right now.
Okay. I have to ask you a very serious question. How do you see marriage in your future?
How do I see marriage in my future?
Yes. Well, as it stands today, 1 in 4 black women will marry. What makes
That's
you
right.
a wife?
What makes me a wife?
Mm, a woman that doesn't even know if she wants to have kids.
I think that I would have to be on the same page with who I'm dating, um, whether they want to have kids or not.
Young lady, you're living in opposition. You're living in opposition to your female nature.
Going against what I should be doing, what I'm supposed
Biological,
to do.
your biological imperative. Yes. Where on the world can a single female of any species survive by herself? You cannot. The female is the complement to the male. Your purpose. See, that's the we have given women have gotten educations and jobs to where you almost think you're a different species. So it's like, well, I can see marriage in my future. I don't see marriage anywhere in your future because I don't see anywhere close to being a wife, much less a mother. I see it. I see what I'm seeing for most typical things.
You know what? I am a strong, independent woman.
I'm seeing a strong, independent woman
Yeah, but I okay.
at 25 who says we're living our best lives. And if you watch my show,
Well,
by the time, okay, but you're living your best life. Okay, but by what time do you think you will decide? If you thought you'd get married, by what age do you think you'd marry?
by 30.
Okay, that's 5 years from now. What's your longest relationship?
On and off for about, well, I'm actually with him right now. On and off for about 6 years.
Yeah, all right. I'm a back up off this one. 6 years, 19. And unfortunately, I mean, thank you for being open, but I think it's fair to say that relationship doesn't get modeled to women who don't have a man.
Oh,
And you say you've been with somebody for 6 years. To what end? Meaning, ladies, you should be dating with intent. What are your intentions with this man?
well, yeah, one day.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like right now, it's no pressure on him to do it.
Okay. And how old is he?
He's gonna be 30.
All right. Okay. Modern relationships, everybody. Modern relationships. Just do it. And unfortunately, young lady, hello. Hello, Chanel.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
I'm 20. I have a baby voice, but I'm 20.
Oh, okay. A little bit young for the conversation, but modern women are modern women happy? Hold on just a second. How are you, Candid? I can't hear you. You got yourself muted. You got to unmute yourself.
Hello, I had to unmute myself, Mr. Samuels. I'm doing awesome. How are you doing?
Good. How old are you?
I am 43 years old.
All right. So what's the disagreement?
Okay, so I don't have a disagreement. I was calling because we were talking about, I thought, modern women and whether or not we were happy, whether or not men were happier. Now, I do have a disagreement. I would say today I was watching the Lapeef show. Let's talk with Lapeef.
Can you? Is there any way you could set your phone down, like on a counter or something, because it's kind of wiggling?
Yeah.
Okay. You're
So
Go ahead.
I don't have necessarily a disagreement with you, and that's so ironic. I was actually calling in because I thought we were talking about whether or not modern women were happy. And I
Yeah,
don't
modern women for the most part over 40 are not happy.
absolutely, modern women over 40 are for the most part not happy.
Right.
So I don't have a disagreement. One of the disagreements that I have had with you prior to this episode
Okay.
is that
Go ahead.
I disagree with the nature in which you approach how people have criticized you, namely African American women. I believe that, yes, the black man should be the leader. And I come from a place of
What
trauma.
do you mean
Yes,
the
I
nature? What
am.
do you mean the nature in which people are criticizing me?
People have criticized you because of your recent popularity, period.
But the
Not
nature of
necessarily,
which I need you to be specific, because there's criticism, and then I don't consider everything that's been said about me criticism.
of course, the
So
criticism
what are you
about
talking
the
about?
way you approach,
What does that mean?
the way you speak to people. Like they're saying, what does that mean? So like the way you speak to women that call in, and people say, why do they call in? Well, they call in because you provide solutions, and the solution that you provide is a view
So this is
of,
okay. My approach, ma'am. My approach is direct. Are you talking about
yes,
my tone?
yes, your tone.
It's
Yes.
not going to change.
Do you think that?
We don't ask Gordon Ramsay to change his tone on Hell's Kitchen. We don't ask Simon Cowell to change his tone on America's Got Talent. Stop
I'm a
asking me to change.
professional hospitality server.
I
I
don't
understand. I
care.
don't ask
I
chefs.
get it, but I am me, and this is what it is. It's not going to change. And what bothers me is we have a world to where you women think that you can keep coming to a man and get me to change. I'm a man. I'm said this is it. This is how it's going to be. Accept it or don't. And the fact that you still keep disagreeing shows how warped we are as a world. You can't tell me as a
Okay.
grown man how it's a voluntary show. And I do not approach everyone with the same tone. If you
No.
watch my show, I match energy.
Yes.
So if I'm giving someone heat, what does that mean if I match energy?
That means that they're giving you masculine energy. So you give masculine energy back. And that's what's going to be a question I was going to ask is, so I have masculine energy, and I'm not going to put my business out there. I am booking a consultation, but there are reasons why I have not booked it yet because I want to know that I'm fully prepared to go through with the consultation when I book. But I feel like I've been through some things, of course, like most black women, that have caused me to have a little bit of masculine energy.
You've been through some things?
Yes,
What
like
you
we
say?
all have.
So?
Yeah, like everyone has. And I'm going to therapy for it, but my therapy was geared toward me getting along better with my
But what
family.
does it have to do with what does it have? Okay, I don't do well with the victim queen stuff. Okay, black men have been through a lot of shit too. But we don't get to walk through the world acting like the world needs to accept our attitude.
Yes, you're right.
Non-black women call into this show who disagree vehemently. Why don't I tend to get the same attitude?
Because they're not used to Like, it's just, it's the thing. Like, even in the Black household, how we kind of like protect the young boys in a
They don't.
way,
No,
but we don't
no. The
service
non-black women don't come on here because of what? With the
because
attitude of black.
they're not trained to be like rough and tough and out
Who
there.
trained you to do that way?
Of course, our parents,
No, no,
grandparents.
no, no. Be specific. Which parent?
Well, I was raised myself by my paternal grandmother and my father. My father
Okay.
was very,
So one of the problems we have is accountability. Do you have a job?
yes, sir, I do have a job.
Okay. The job where you go to, do you keep that masculine ego and attitude under control in order to get along with people to keep your job?
Okay, so Mr. Samuels, I want to say, and my phone is messing up. I'm certainly hoping that I'm not.
No, what I'm saying is
Yes, I
you
have.
you
Yes, and
ultimately said you have a problem with the
I
way
want to.
I
Yes,
approach African
yes,
American
yes.
women, which what I'm going to
Yes,
tell
the
you
way,
is,
and the reason why I'm in therapy right now is to address my energy at my job because I am I'm an exceptional worker. I'm an exceptional person. However, in my job, I have experienced not being offered promotions and opportunities,
well,
and I've
hold on. So let me
under.
stop you right here. What does your husband say about that?
I don't have a husband. I've never been married.
Oh, amazing that.
Don't you slap me. Don't you slap me.
Oh, don't you tell me what to do. You're gonna learn today
Don't you
because
sound
this
like my
this black woman
grandfather?
this black woman attitude has got you. Do you have any children?
No, sir, I do not have any children.
It has got you childless, husbandless, and almost fired. How's that working for you?
It is not working.
So, due respect, coming on telling me your disagreement with me is my tone, my approach, the way I deal with more black women. No, we need more men like me. Because when men were like me and like my grandfather, black women like you were in check and under control of yourself. It is not for us to control you like you're some, no disrespect, some wild animal that needs to be broken. Every other group of women seems to be able to disagree with their men, but still get along with their man in order to be able to marry, have children, and raise a family. Most white feminists have the start of the feminist movement were married. But black women, the original sin, black women chose to put self over everything else. And that's unfortunate because you're paying the price for it at this point in life, because even if you were to get it on track, right, you still can't go back and have children. And that's the penalty that so many of our women pay. For what? Why? Let me back up.
I do have a special circumstance why I don't have children. Though I have a
Okay. Well,
health
my
condition.
point overall is still the same. Not children doesn't mean you can't have a network, a family, a community. We have tolerated black women's attitude and aggression has been tolerated because honestly, it tends to make folks profits, but it doesn't help you guys. So telling me to change my tone, no, man. My tone is what it needs to be for the job that needs to be done, especially when I get it back. So I appreciate it. I'm going to move on to the next person. Bye bye.
Alrighty, Miss.
Bye bye. Faye, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you
Hello.
hear me?
Yes. How old are you?
29.
29. All right. How do I pronounce your first name?
Phaedra.
All right. What do you got for me? Why are you unhappy?
I am not unhappy, but I think as I age towards my third decade,
Mm-hmm.
um, I think what you're saying might be true.
Mm-hmm.
I spent my 20s getting degrees and being happy and dating freely.
I'm a PhD.
However, now that I'm getting closer to 30 and the clock is starting to tick, I feel like maybe I should have tried to be more serious with men.
What? Why were men not top of mind?
Why were men not what?
Top of mind. Meaning in a state of meaning, can you survive? Can you really survive in this world to the end? But let me back that. As a woman, in the modern world, you don't need a man because man has civilized the world in general to where the police, the fire department, the food, everything else is already prepared for you. But why does every other group of women seem to be able to do everything you said and still have a man?
I'm unsure. I feel like
Was your mother married? Your mother married?
No. But I didn't grow up with my mother either. So
who'd you grow up with?
She passed away when I was a kid, so I grew up with my aunt and my uncle.
Okay.
So they were married.
All right. Did they have any children?
Yes.
How at what age were you with them?
My sister is 43.
No.
Well,
What age did you go to your aunt and uncle?
Oh, I was 3 or 4.
Oh, you were raised with a married couple.
Yes, I was.
All right. So if you saw a married couple, why? I'm trying to understand why you did not think that you need to be married before. I mean, see, it doesn't get communicated to Black women that marriage equals success in life.
Well, I think that's it. Growing up with my aunt, she was the breadwinner, if you will. And she always said, prioritize your education because that's something that obviously nobody can take away from you. And then you won't have to rely on a man. I think.
Your aunt told you to prioritize education.
Yes.
What did your uncle do?
I think he was like a tradesman, or he was a tradesman.
So she was the breadwinner.
Yes.
How many children did they have?
They had one together. She also had one from a previous marriage, and then he has some from a previous marriage as well.
So your aunt did the same negative programming of men that so many women do, Black women in particular, to where Black men are either the enemy or something to be used. Get your degree so you don't have to rely on no man, meaning a man is danger.
Okay.
From the time you were a little girl, you were made to fear men. Men want something from you. They want your boobs. They want your butt. They want this. They want that. You got to beware. They're bad. Beware. You can't trust them. Take care of yourself. You can't rely on them. But danger. Stranger danger. Then you were given, but only deal with a man if he can pay your bills, provide for you, possibly give you some good sex. So he's a utility or an enemy of some sort. Something to be feared.
I don't know if it's fear. I think it's more so just protection because
What do you mean just protect? What do you mean just protection?
Protection from if he decides he wants to live a different life. Eventually, you don't have to.
Bullshit.
Your life doesn't upheave.
That's bullshit. Why? Yeah, because why do you were taught to be able to live apart from a man? That's fine. That's why we got 1 in 4 of our women who were marrying 80% of our kids out of wedlock because women teach women this dysfunctional shit. If your aunt wasn't happy with her husband, she should have left him. But she got her man. She's telling you, don't be like me. And why do so many other women seem to be able to go get a degree and still be able to find a husband and have families? Because, be honest, most Black women were not raised to look at Black men as your other half. We are a foreign species to you. We are almost a different race. It is. Do you think of a Black man as you?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. I'm pretty pro-Black, so.
But were you raised as, okay, how could you, okay. Well, if that's the case, let me challenge that. How long have you been pro-black?
Ever since I left my PWI undergrad. So 2013.
So the most pro-black thing you can do is marry a black man
Marry
and go
black man.
black baby.
Yeah, and have black babies.
Where that at?
I'm working on it. I'm trying, and I kind of, that's where I'm at. And like, I'm trying to, I know you're saying, I've listened to your programs a lot, and you said that average women should be okay with dating average men. And I don't think I'm overly above average. So I'm trying to get comfortable with.
Okay. You have a degree? You have a degree in what?
My undergrad's in finance and information technology.
You have a
And
master's?
I have a master's too, yes.
In what?
Data science and business
I'm a PhD.
analytics.
How many kids would you like to have?
2.
What state do you live in?
Right now I'm trying to move to Pennsylvania, but I just moved from trying to move from Charlotte to Philadelphia.
Okay. How tall are you?
5'3".
Dress size?
Dress size?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a 6'8".
Okay. And you said finance, IT, and then what was your master's in?
Data science.
All right. So you want 2 kids. Do you want to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant with your first child and married?
Actually, yes. I'm actually trying. I'm moving to Philadelphia so I can do a career change, actually. I want to be a lawyer.
Hold on. You want to be a what?
I want to be a lawyer.
That doesn't make any sense, man.
I want to try to change careers.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why it doesn't make any sense.
Why?
You were doing fine until you told the truth.
Wait, what?
You were doing fine until you told the truth, but there's the truth. What woman who why so to be a lawyer requires how much more schooling?
Yes. The school I'm looking to go to is 4-year program.
Yeah, 4 years. And how much more debt?
The plan is to not take on any debt. I don't
No,
have any
I
debt.
don't care about the plan. How much does the school cost?
In-state tuition's about $25,000, and I can
No, don't give me the
Per
spin.
year.
20, so $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
So and then you want to be married, 2 kids.
Yes.
$100,000 in debt, and then I'm going to assume you want to work as an attorney.
Yes.
Then who's gonna raise your children?
Is that not possible to raise them myself?
Are you serious?
Is that not real?
Are you serious? You want to go back to school for 4 more years, go into $100,000 worth of debt, and then after you do all that, you think you would be an attorney, the kind of hours they put in, and be a competent, suitable mother?
I don't think it's too out of the order or too far-fetched.
Comment section. This is the problem. They don't prioritize being mothers. It's about their independence and job. Why do you need to do that? If you're so
Why do I want to be an attorney?
Yes.
Oh, I want to be a civil rights attorney. I want to
Be a civil rights attorney. Raise your children. Make two good black people instead of trying to take care of other black folks. See, what you're saying is I want to go out and do stuff for other people, and then your 2 kids, $100,000 in debt.
No, but I won't have any debt.
It doesn't matter if you don't have any debt, ma'am. Give you no debt. It's not the point. You still want to be an attorney?
Yes. I mean, don't you think it's something?
Oh, Jesus.
No, no, Jesus. No, it's like a passion. It's a calling. As a Black person and all the things that's happening around the country, I want to be helping other people that look like me.
First people you need to help is the ones that are coming out of your womb.
Fair enough. I mean, that is true.
Look at what you're talking about. Nothing you're saying is I want to be a wife and I want to work with a man and help him in his plan. It's you. Put your dick up.
It's
This
a
is
lot.
ego. I want to be an attorney so I can go get patted on the back by helping other black people while I have to turn my children over to someone else to let them raise them socialize and culture them while I'm out taking care of the struggle. And where's the man going to be? You ain't going to be his wife. You're not going to be his support system. You're not going to be his helpmeet.
I can't do that either. I hope I can be able to do that. I plan. That's the plan.
I can't make this up, people. They believe the Cosby shit is true. Ma'am,
Yeah.
do you know how much work goes into being a damn attorney?
That is true. You guys, you're right. You're right. The Cosby Show is not real, and I have to think about it in real.
This is insane.
Yeah.
This is a modern woman who prioritizes education so much. A bachelor's and a master's ain't enough. She wants to go be a goddamn lawyer, but she's pro-black.
Yes.
And she'll get married and squirt out a couple of kids, but then another black woman presumably gonna raise your children while you going to what, serve other black people's needs while your own family is getting what? So don't be mad when you come home and he's screwing the nanny.
Oh. Oh dear.
I'm not playing because what you're talking about, you're 30 years old talking about becoming an attorney, and see what most people would say, go on, girl, get your degree. Go on ahead and get such and so forth. That's that strong, independent, I don't need no woman. I need a backup plan.
I am a strong, independent woman.
Let's give it all to you.
Hear my womanly roar.
So as opposed to go back to get my degree, you're saying I should be comfortable where I'm at.
I'm not telling you what you should do. I'm just saying I need you to understand how ridiculous this sounds. You want to be a wife, and then where is your husband going to get a wife? Where are your children going to get a mother? Why is that not enough to give your life meaning? Why do you need to go outside of your home to help black people instead of making good black people? Why do we minimize mother and education of our own children? What you're doing is masculine. You're trying to draw a circle outside of your family instead of taking care of your family. So whose hand will be rocking your cradles, your children's cradle? Who is that?
I mean, in my brain, I thought I could do it all, but maybe it's not possible.
Are you insane?
I mean, you're right. It's fair. I have to start thinking about the possibility of
This is a 30-year-old woman, y'all.
Yes, I know.
So you be pregnant, and your husband. So you what? Let's walk through this. You married, and then your husband wouldn't get full access to his new wife because first year law is 100 hours a week of work of reading.
Mm-hmm.
It's the weed out year. So he already wouldn't have a wife because if you never know anybody who went to law school, they're reading from sun up to sundown. It's the weed out year. Then you got to pass. So you got to do that. Then you got to pass the bar. So at what point does this man get his wife? Oh no, he gets a person in law school. All right, so he's basically sexless because it ain't like you're gonna be a fully functioning woman attending to his needs. You're gonna be so busy doing what you need to do. Then after you're out of law school, you're ready to pass the bar. You're pregnant. All right, then you got to try to join a firm and become a junior attorney. So you dropping your kids off because you got to put in long hours. So from 7 to 7 or from 6 to 6, your kids are somewhere else. And your husband's doing what he's doing. You come home, you still got legal stuff to do. Who's raising your children? This sounds just as crazy as Nick Cannon just because he has money making all these kids. You don't want to be a wife. You want a picture. A Norman Rockwell, maybe not a Norman Rockwell. You just want a picture of something. But y'all don't think about the logistics of this. A bachelor's, a master's, now you want a law degree. This is ego. And that's supposed to make you a hell of a woman somehow? That's what's been marketed to our community. I said it before. In Black America, and Black women in particular, when shit's going awry or upside down, they know what to do. They go back to school. But I'm gonna ask you the first question: where would your husband get a wife in this?
Honestly, I was just hoping he would be supportive. I mean,
Oh, thank you. So you'd be the husband.
I don't like that.
Can't make this shit up, people.
Well,
Be
then,
be supportive. To what end? And let's be clear. You want to be a civil rights attorney to help Black people, right?
yeah.
But the very Black people, your Black husband and your Black children would be getting subpar. Your Black husband would get a wife, and he wouldn't get a support system. He'd have to be supportive of you. Yeah, y'all heard that, right?
I said it, yeah.
Because you're telling the truth. I said you were doing fine until you told the truth. You don't want to be a wife.
I mean, I do though. I want to be with someone who loves me, who loves the things that I enjoy. I love the things that they enjoy. We entertain each other. We're talking. We bring up beautiful Black babies. That's what I want. In addition to also helping other Black people. Are you saying it's like kind of not possible to do both?
How many hours a week are you working?
My job is really laid back right now. So
How many hours a week are you working?
40.
How often do you go to the gym?
About 4 times a week.
How much time do you spend in the gym?
Cycle bar is about, I think it's 45 minutes.
So about 4 hours, 3.5 hours a week.
Sure, yeah.
How much time are you spending in cooking class?
Cooking class?
Uh-huh.
Cooking class is me just making dinner for myself.
No. I mean, how much time? See what I'm. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a.
Thank you. So thank
cooking.
you. So you're only working 40 hours. So an average job you're working out. So since it ain't that, since what you're talking about, just you should be putting in 60, 70, 80 hours worth of activity. Since you got all this energy, where's all that in your regular life? You got a job and you work out. I should hear a woman who's in cooking class, etiquette, this, that, so forth. You should sun up to sundown. I want to see that activity.
Okay.
You just sat down with us. And this is what gets marketed to Black women. Go out and get heavily degreed and go out and work. And I'm still trying to understand why it makes more sense for you as a pro-Black woman to want to be an attorney. And is your husband going to get a full wife? That's a yes or no question.
You've laid it out so that I don't think so.
I'm asking you.
I want to say yes. I feel like
So your husband will get a full wife.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like I can.
Your
do
husband
that.
will get a full wife. A woman who has to put in 60 hours a week, or 60 hours as an attorney, plus all that stuff, he get a full wife. Okay. Then would your husband get a full wife, and would your children get a full mother?
Absolutely. To me, you put your children first before anything.
I want you to go back and listen to this on slow, because you're putting you above everything else. And this is the indoctrination, folks. I that's why I'm letting this go, because she really thinks that she can do all this. And this amount of work would tax even a man with our stamina and our physiology. When I say pressure's made for shoulders, not hips, women like her have been told, if you ain't a superwoman, you got to be a wife and a lawyer and a civil rights attorney and a mother and all this other kind of stuff. She can do it all.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I have been told that you can do it all.
Right. And where's your last relationship was where?
Currently dating.
How was your last relationship?
I'm in a relationship now.
How long have you been in this relationship?
It's pretty new, about 6 months.
Are you guys monogamous?
Yes.
What was your last relationship before this one?
Long time ago. Like 3-4 years ago.
How long did it last?
Not long, maybe like 8 months.
Have you ever had a relationship over 2 years?
No.
Can't make it up, people. When I say no relationship skills, no long-term cooperation, gentlemen, and this is why non-black women look at black men that you would be attracted to, because the man you'd be attracted to be a bachelor's, master's, and an attorney ain't gonna be an average guy.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to not place my own what I
I'm gonna
do.
finish the point. I'm gonna finish the point I'm going to make.
Oh.
The kind of man that could get your eye is an attractive man on several different levels. But look at, and you're coming, and he's already going to get a fraction of you. And other women are coming to the table offering full women who are support systems. That's an easy choice. That's an easy choice. I get a woman who's FBI, feminine, beautiful, inspirational, my support system versus you, and I got to support you. Easy choice. I'll have sex with you. I'll marry her. Easy choice for most men. The men who will go with you, take this kind of deal, are beta males who are going to need somebody to provide for them.
I don't know if I like that either.
Ma'am, to bring it home, you were raised by your aunt who told you don't worry about yourself, get a degree, and for some reason in your mind, well, you got 2 degrees, a bachelor's and a master's. You want to go to law school. Nothing in what you're saying is I want to be with the man and help him, build him, help his purpose. That's your place. You want him to help you. You are the man. Buy a dog.
Oh my God.
And get some therapy.
I go through therapy.
How long you been in? How long you been in?
I started, what is it, July? Almost about 6 months. Yeah,
Okay.
started earlier this year.
And you're dating, and the person you're dating with the intention of what?
Well, we talked about getting married and having kids.
Uh-huh. And what does he do for a living?
He is a solar installer. Yeah, solar installer.
How old is he?
He's also 30.
Too young.
You said what?
Too young.
He's too young? Who am I supposed to date?
Can he? I'm done with this part, but I don't think men should be looking to marriage over 30. Over at least they're around 35. And for you, I would be really concerned because your goals, man. You've been honest, man, but you want this Cosby single girl living single kind of life that you want to wedge a man into, and he's supposed to be supportive. The kind of man that will accept that deal is a weak man. Men who are about their shit, men are on their purpose, they would have sex with you, they would deal with you, but there's no way in Hades that they would seriously think to marry you because they wouldn't be getting a support system. They'd have to fight you for control of the relationship. The only place they could probably expect you to submit would be in the bedroom. And that would be until the term papers do. You need to really reconsider what you want, man. Because this is a formula for disaster.
Unfortunate.
You can't. Ladies, understand something. You cannot have it all. No one can. Make a choice. Because if not, you will definitely going to end up having to buy that dog and die alone because this is not looking too good. And the sad part is so many of our women have been told, yes, yes, just go, 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 degree, degree, degree. It's all good. It's like, okay. It's why? Help other people. Pat on the back. No, no, no. All right, we're gonna get through this. Um, okay. All right. So if you have a disagreement in the Zoom session, do me a favor. Put your hand up. There's a thing that says put your hand up. If you have a disagreement in the Zoom session, put your hand up. And I want to talk to, but you have to be, okay. You have a disagreement? All right. Hello? Chloe, unmute yourself. You have to unmute yourself.
Hi. Hi. Hello?
Yeah, how are you? You got to hold the camera steady, and you muted yourself.
Hello?
Hello? Yes.
Hi, how are you?
I am well. How old are you?
I am 34.
And what's your disagreement?
Well, my disagreement is with you're saying that modern women are unhappy and all of this. And I mean, there's, that could be true. But me personally, what I see, and I don't want you to say, oh, this is anecdotal. I don't see that. I don't see that happening in any capacity.
Okay,
like when I
hold
see
on.
modern women, I see my peers, I see the
What I
women.
need you to do is not over. Hold on. What I need you to do is take a breath.
Sorry, my
And I
bad.
need you to hold your phone steady.
Alrighty.
Okay. What does your husband have to say about that?
What does my husband have to say about are modern women happy?
No, about this subject. I want to hear when you guys discuss this topic. What does he say?
I think he agrees. I think he sees and knows enough modern women who can also say that they're very happy too. You know what I mean?
And you're 30
and not
what?
just
You're 30 what?
I'm 34.
Okay. How many
I'll be
children do you have?
35 in August.
How many children do you have?
I have 4 children.
How long have you guys been married?
We've been married for 10 years. Together for 12.
Okay. At what age did I say the happiness differential split?
I believe 30.
40.
My apologies.
So show me all these happy modern women over 40.
I mean, I obviously I don't have the capacity to show you like physically, but
the study honestly, I'm talking about surveyed 97,000 people. This has been studied since 2007.
Well, my question is, I think it's not so much because I see women who are doing so many amazing dynamic things that give them so much fullness and so much happiness. So I can't say with confidence, modern women aren't happy. Most of the women that I see.
Right, ma'am.
Okay, well,
ma'am, no. What you did is I asked you about the study, the data, and you blew right past it to go to the anecdotal, and you don't want me to talk about the anecdotal. I'm going to talk about the data because what black women, 1 in 4 black women were married. You mean 3 out of 4 women are happy being unmarried? That's what you really think in our community?
Honestly, yes. Honestly, yes. I think that even those 3 out of 4 that aren't married, just because they're not married doesn't mean they're not happy. And I think
right. How long have you watched this show?
I've watched it since that viral video with the
so
7
if you watch this show, how many women call in who are still looking for something?
Well, of course. I mean, that's the nature of this show, right?
That's the nature of the situation because ma'am.
Yes.
I'm not disputing what you may believe. That's fine.
Okay.
You are a married woman with 4 kids and you've been out of this for 12 years. Your lived world is very narrow.
Okay.
Very narrow. So instead of disagreeing, what I need women like you to do is quiet down and listen. Because
Okay, I will agree with that.
you are
I
on
do say
because ma'am, there's a problem in black community in particular. 80% of our children are born outside of wedlock. Black boys are reading at a 4th grade level. We have a relationship problem in our community. We are not making families, and that is not
I agree
making
with that
anyone
too.
happy. Women are the social of the species. The brain is a social organ. This is how we were evolved as human beings. So to say that women are doing great and wonderful things in their single life does not change your biological imperative just because we decided to say women can have degrees. That does not make women happy in mass.
I agree with you there. I'm not saying that the fullness of women's life, but I don't even think it's just that. I think that we minimize the fact that there are women creating businesses. There's women creating change in the world that I think can't be minimized. That is giving them that fullness.
Women are
You know what I mean?
whoa. Women are doing what?
Creating businesses,
Well,
creating
no.
strides in our
Now we're going to go
community.
down this path. Now we're going to go down this path.
Okay.
What percentage of women earn over 6 figures in this country?
I would say it'd probably be at most 10%.
6. What percentage of women, what businesses are women, businesses? Now we want to talk about business. I don't consider hair, nails. I consider businesses stuff that actually provide a useful, something useful to
But
society.
who are you to say that that's
Oh
not
no,
useful?
don't ask me who am I to say. Hold on. Who am? Oh no, you won't overtalk
That's
me. You
incredibly
won't over
useful and
fucking talk me.
incredibly
You won't
needed.
overtalk me.
I totally agree.
You won't overtalk me. You check that shit with your husband.
Well, but what you're not.
Check that shit with your husband. You don't overtalk me on my show. Who am I to say? Ladies and gentlemen, what we see right here is the marketing of the situation. Who are you to say? So everything that women do are great. You can't judge anything. So women to call themselves entrepreneurs because they sell mink eyelashes in bundles are on the same level as Microsoft. You're muted. You're muted until I get back because you keep over talking me. And when I said that and you kept talking, I find that extremely disrespectful. Let's try this again. But that's one thing I don't allow anybody to do on this show. That's just wrong. Go ahead.
And again, my apologies for that. You know, I'm not trying to be rude. I can't
But when you
fully
say,
hear you. I'm on my phone, so I'm trying
when
to
you
do my
say,
best.
when,
So my apologies. But
okay,
again,
hold on. When you say, who are you to say? I'm, hold on, you need to wait.
Sorry.
You're going to respond to something I didn't even say. Ma'am, I deal with facts, data, statistics, verifiable stuff, not feelings. Science, engineering, technology, math, things that build the economy, build us a world, not sole proprietorships. Businesses are things that help to, you need employees, in my opinion, to really have a business.
Okay.
How many, if you look, just like we say in the black community, black women are the most educated. That was improper. They're the most enrolled. When we look at women who are starting businesses, when you look at how many have W-2 employees, what percentage of business do women have who have W-2 employees? What would you think? Of all the registered businesses, what percentage would you say have W-2 employees?
I mean, we said 6%, correct? Or
No, that's 6% to make 6 figures.
okay. Oh, my apologies. I would say probably about 7-8%.
How much? 7 or 8%?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, so of 100% of female-owned businesses, you saying maybe 7 or 8% have W-2 employees.
Oh, excuse me. No. My apologies. Let me back that up. No, I would say more than that. But also, can I ask, what about
No,
stuff
I'm gonna
like,
ask you for a number before we move. I just wanted to see where.
Okay, I'll give you a number. But then can I ask my question?
You're going to ask my question first.
Yes, I am. I would say probably about 35-40%, maybe.
No, because if we had that same, if we extrapolated, that would say 30 to 45% of businesses owned by men have W-2 employees. That would make women outproducing men. Women are not employing, women do start businesses, but they don't employ anybody but themselves for the most part. That's not really business. That's a large check for the ones who do it. What's your question?
Okay, well, my question was, what about like multi-level marketing and things like that? Because a lot of the people who are
Amway, Herbalife?
well, maybe not even just that, but just, like life insurance and things like that. I know a lot of
Primerica?
I know a lot of the top people that are in
Ma'am,
multi-level
is that what you're asking about?
Not even just that, just in
Multi-level
general.
multi-level marketing. That is not what this economy is built off of.
I will agree with that, but I'm still saying, as far
That's
as
not real business, ma'am. And I have nothing against Primerica. I give shout outs to Primerica all the time. But Primerica aside, because you actually have a Life, a Health, a Series 6, and a 63 that you could leverage in the market to a captive insurance agency, multi-level marketing, Herbalife, these kind of things, they're not real business.
Well, the reason I brought that up is because a lot of the leaders in multi-level marketing are women, because women, like you said, we utilize influence, like we use our soft power.
Leading
And
what?
so
A house of cards. A house of cards. A house of cards.
Okay.
A house of cards that Mary Kay does not build the company. Man,
but there are
no.
some women who are
House
living
of cards. This
incredible lives
is just nah. See, and this is where I think the bigger issue is. Ladies, women like this are not your friend. They're not your friend, because they'll tell you, yeah, women are happy. Women are happy. But I guarantee you this. I'm gonna keep muting because you can't do the over talking thing. That's just what's not gonna happen. Well, how about this, ma'am? You're 34?
Yes.
Since it's so great and wonderful out here for single women, why don't you go ahead and divorce your husband and jump back out here with him?
Why would I sit there?
Well, since it's so great and wonderful, if it's so great and wonderful,
do that because
exactly, because ma'am, you don't have to live the life you're talking about.
I would like. I'm saying like
you don't have to live the life you're talking about. That's the point. So this is all. This is theory. Nice, but just like Beyonce, all the single ladies running back to our home. Not all married women you ladies should listen to. You should not listen to them, especially ones like that, who will look dead at, who can actually walk around and see 1 in 4 women on some sort of psych meds. 80% of our women being overweight, 80% of that number being obese, 80% of our children being born out of wedlock. 1 in 4 black women were married. The numbers are overwhelming and staggering. She will tell you, no, what you see ain't what you really see. It's great, wonderful. Women are strong and independent, doing their thing. Panda bears come in all forms. Panda bears come in all different forms, folks.
You know what? I am a strong, independent woman.
Hear my womanly roar. Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, women like this are not your friend, ladies. They're not your friend. This girl power, girl code, and they're doing great. And they got all these businesses and this and that. Yeah. My anecdotal. Right. What's the experience? Mary Kay, Amway, Sour Patch Kids. Yeah. Right. Let's go ahead and help her out the door. You go ahead and keep it moving. It's such a great and wonderful time to be a single woman, but yet I don't want to be out here with y'all. Fuck that. I'm gonna stay over here with my husband and my kids. But y'all go ahead and keep on building Tesla and Google and Microsoft, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, and construction companies. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Wow. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. Good show though. I mean, I don't think she could hear me completely, so I don't know if she was really trying to overtalk me, but still I gotta stop that because it makes too much noise. So that's why, there's a slight delay. Let me tell you the problem I have with you, ma'am. You ladies are so busy at trying to make women feel good that you're no good to women. You're sitting there telling women things that are not going to help them because y'all, this girl code. Let me stick up for women. Y'all need to stop trying to stick up for women if you're not going to get them the outcomes. I worry about outcomes. The outcomes of what most women want are relationships, life of significance. I said the brain is a social organ. Primary relationships. Most women today don't have a primary relationship with a man. And if they don't have, this is why you see so many women having children out of wedlock and then go and get another BD. Promises I can keep. Why women choose motherhood over marriage. I'm not saying this to hurt your feelings. I'm saying it to focus your mind on the fact that you need a man in your world for more than just sex and protection. A man provides all kinds of things that you guys don't even seem to understand because men have been minimized so much to where they're either utility or danger. Stranger danger. Men are strangers to you. Hashtag stranger danger. So that's what we're going to start talking about. Men are stranger danger to you guys. They're either something to be used or be afraid of. Not going to work. But good show. Good show. It's the 29th. Oh, look at that. I got to do something real quick. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. The show was good. Tomorrow night on Instagram, got some stuff coming up. The interview series is going to be hot. I got some great interviews lined up. I want to drop some. I don't want to say any names yet, but some of you are going to see some people who are kind of large out here in the space. And the interview segment is going to be different than the show. It's going to be just an interview, a conversation, a discussion. I think this is going to be a good thing, a great thing. I'm going to be interviewing men. I'm going to be interviewing women. You're going to enjoy. But until the next time, you know how we do. You know how we do. You know how we do over here. We got to get up out of here. I got things to do. Peace. We are gone. I'm a PhD. I'm a PhD. Shout out to the confident, intelligent, and assertive men out there. One love to the feminine, beautiful, inspirational ladies. Let's do it again.
It's not a problem, no. 'Cause I know what I'm getting into. Yes. Yeah. And nothing can stop me. What? 'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way.
That's funny.
She's fated.
Just like a woman.
She's fated.
Just like a
Just like a woman.
You idiot woman! Idiot woman!
Stop being so mean. Bobbity bobbity bop, we are gone.